Welcome back to the program. It's still Good Morning Abuja, and what an interesting video that was. I'm talking about the music video we just watched, and that is from John Moe, talking about Totori, the love song. Guess what? John Moe is in the house, he's here in the studio, and I'd like you to join me as I make welcome the lyrical, musical John Moe. Welcome on the show this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm very
You're
glad to be here.
welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.
Yes, that was a very interesting song.
Can say that
I
again.
would like to ask, what inspired that particular song?
Well, the song Totori came from a depth of inspiration.
Okay.
When I looked at, as a gospel singer,
Mm.
I sing a lot of songs. And I found out that I've attended many weddings. And then when you see Christian weddings, where they want to sing any song or dance for their couples dance or something, they always look for one song, you hear all manner of, the normal secular kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some are comfortable with it, some are not comfortable. So I thought it's like, okay, it's very nice to have a song written in scripture that they can dance to, that be romantic, lovely, for a wedding kind of way. It is in that note, in that thought that I said, okay, I'm going to do something that they can dance to. And that's how I give birth to Totori.
Okay, let's look at the journey, your journey.
Okay.
How did you start? Or when? Let me just say, okay, how did you start? And when did you discover that you have this flair for music?
Okay. Is would I say it's a long story, but I'll try to cut it
Or
short.
cut it short.
Yes, I grew up as a little boy who wanted to be a footballer,
Okay.
a musician, and an engineer.
Wow.
So
What a combination.
yeah, so somewhere along the line, football became a side thing. I continued with my engineering. I'm a doctor of engineering actually.
Okay.
So sometimes in 2020, during the period of COVID, we had break. I've been singing. I've been a little boy in church choir for some good time.
Okay.
So I've done some side singing, but in this time of COVID, it was like the pressure was much on me. You got to go to the studio and do a good recording of all these things you have. I have colleagues, people who just encouraged me, and then I went and I sang my first song, Hallelujah. And so it has been, that's how I got it started. And then I had my first album, and now I'm here.
Wow.
So just like professionally started singing professionally since 2020.
What style of music and why
Wow, that's a
that?
good question, but has no one answer. Now, being a gospel singer takes you here and there because gospel itself has no genre.
Okay.
Gospel taps from reggae, taps from hip hop, taps from R&B. Gospel has no genre. There's no genre in this gospel genre. So I sing across the genre. So I do. You could hear me doing a song that is in form of a kind of R&B. You could hear me do something like Makosa. You could hear me do something like High Life. You could hear me do something like Afro beats, kind of stuff like that. So I don't really have a particular genre in which I fall. I have a reggae song. So actually, I do songs in the Christian
Okay.
perspective,
Mm.
taking on any kind of genre that fits what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, many musicians would say um, they get their inspiration for writing or composing songs from probably everyday events. And some just say they're that talented and that blessed that once they just step into the studio and hear the beats, they just drop
It just
free or
flows.
something. Now, what is your creative process like?
I think I fall across all of them.
Okay. Tell us about
It
that.
became very tense for me. Actually, I said I have to start singing. I would sleep and actually would wake up with melodies. I get the song, the composition, I get the rhythm, I get everything ringing and singing in my sleep. So sometimes I just wake up in the middle of the night, pick up my phone and I'm recording. My wife says, "What are you doing?" I'll just sing just what I just heard while I was sleeping. That's one part of it. I'm also a storyteller. So I can look at situations and tell a story out of it. For instance, I have a song called Friday's Bible. It came to me when I was robbed. Then, like I told you in Totori, there was a need. And then we have a song where we had this NSAS thing. I wrote a song, that I had to tell a story or stuff like that. When this American was brutalized by the police,
Okay.
so I also have a song called Let Me Breathe. So I combine
Okay.
Everything from internal motivation led by the Spirit of God. When I'm sleeping, I can get songs. I can be listening to a church message, a pastor's preaching, I get a song. I can be listening to another person's song, and I can get
Get
a
a
song.
song out of it.
So I'm always like all around. I cannot say this is just where it comes from, this is how it goes.
Let's look
Okay.
at something that is very interesting here. Most musicians, they say you just drop one song
Mm.
and you don't blow.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you're buying houses in Banana Island,
Yes.
and you're buying houses in the
Yes.
Asokoro and places in Abuja here, latest Lamborghinis and the Ferraris. Would you say it's the same for gospel artists?
Well, it does happen everywhere, but it's slower in gospel.
Okay.
The reason is not far-fetched. If you look at gospel is limited because it's a ministry of discipline
Mm.
with a message. Most things that people do, they sadly you get a song that use the word blows without a video.
Mhm.
And what people like to see,
Mm.
you know, if you're in the secular world, you don't want to depict what most people like to see. You have a message you're telling people, and so you could blow. I'm using that word now, you could blow, but it doesn't happen as fast as or frequently as it does in the secular world. But it still happens, yes. We have people that have got one song, they just go, you
Moses
know,
Bleeds.
Moses
Moses
Bliss,
Breeze,
I
the
know,
Sinach,
yeah. But
and all
the
the.
truth is a lot goes behind to make that
Mm.
happen.
Mm.
A lot goes behind, not just because the song is good,
Mm.
but because a lot goes behind funding, marketing, promotions, and all that.
Prayers.
A lot goes behind.
Uh, okay, so how lucrative? Just like I said before we started, I said the dollars, the pounds. I mean, how lucrative is this for someone who wants to go into music, especially the gospel music? So, how lucrative from your own point of view?
Yes, you see, I from my own point of view, it's been like I didn't start singing because I needed money. Like I told you, I'm a full-time practicing doctor of engineering. So I'm still doing engineering. So music for me was like something I needed to do, led inspired to impact the world.
Mm.
So I was that guy who would look at people singing a song that God gave to me in place, and I was like going to be satisfied.
Mm.
But along the line, I discovered that you need money to do the promotions, to keep singing these things, to keep releasing them. So everybody wants money at the end of the day from what he or she does.
Mm.
For me, that has not been so, I will not say I've gotten that,
All right.
but it's there. It's coming. It's not much, but it's there. So the dollars, the millions, we may not be there, but we make little money from our social promotions, invitations, and our platforms and stuff like that. But not really as you would say the blow time.
Okay, let's look at the music industry in Nigeria as a whole. I know that outside they celebrate us a lot.
Yes.
People want, especially okay, both the gospel
Yes,
and
for sure. Yes.
so your own from your own point of view, how well would you say we have done
Mm,
compared to where we are coming from?
mm. We have moved tremendously. I remember we were growing up as little boys. On the gospel side now, we have people like Pana Paul,
Yeah,
and every
yeah,
church will know one song. It goes on a small tape, they pass it all on.
yeah, Benny
On
Hill and all that.
exactly, and then the people from US, you have to get
Mm,
a long relationship who will send you
yeah.
something to hear and all that. But at this time of social media opened door, Nigeria has tried to create a niche for itself. Yeah. In the gospel, every gospel, the secular music industry, we have really made impact.
Mm.
Our sound is unique. Our sound is unique. So when we do that, they want to do what we're doing. Those times we used to be the ones that want to do what they do.
What they are
But
doing.
now they also want to do what we do. You
But I
see,
think, sorry, I think it's because if you listen to our music, we use everyday life experience,
to make a
to
message.
make a message.
Yes.
So most times is either although some some are not
Yeah,
the kind
yes,
of
yes,
message or
exactly.
the kind
Yeah.
of you understand, but I believe that the reason why we are doing so well is because we our music has, let's say, has content. It has
We create a lot of content from the way we do, and we do it such a unique way that is
mm,
strange to them.
yeah, okay.
It's not what they used to.
Even our dance steps. They
Exactly.
copy our dance
As
steps.
our dance steps, our reading, even the pidgin English we speak in midst of English and
English.
introduce other. They sing only in English,
Mm.
for instance, or only in French. But you
Mm.
now hear us sing a line, we go to Igbo, come to Yoruba, put a reading, put a step to it, and
Mm.
it's like, wow, what a vibe. So
Mm.
it drives the world, and people are like, I want to catch up to the African thing.
That's
So
true.
these are all the things that just makes it look so beautiful.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow.
While we are winding down, let's talk about challenges now.
Oh,
The general entertainment scene, and from your own personal experiences, what would you say we need to do to get us there? Because this is a process, and we need to get there. We need to improve, raise the bar, and keep championing uh, what we do.
and let me take it broadly.
Okay.
Entertainment on its own. Now, Nigerians are talented,
Mm.
a whole lot of them. But many people don't have the platform.
Mm.
For instance, there is Nigeria Idol, just one platform to give people access to this kind of
Mm.
things. Then when you come to Christian circles, you have the churches where these musicians or these gospel artists stand.
Yes.
Some of them give support and some don't.
Okay.
So
By organizing talent hunts.
and even showcasing them on their platforms. So you
Mm.
find out when people are trying to start, some of them have to start from the very scratch on their own.
Mm.
And because it is very rigorous or very, I say, very tasking,
Mm.
wading through the storm alone, some of them will just put by the side. I tell you, there are so many good songs out there, but they just don't have platforms. You know, sometimes to get your song played on a Nigerian radio, you have to pay.
Mm.
But when you have become big, they look for your songs to play for
Wow.
free.
Honestly.
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
for us to go up higher, to raise the bar, I'm thinking on the gospel side that churches, ministries should be more committed to supporting gospel artists
Okay.
so that they have enough platform to display, to tell the world their story and people can get to connect with them. In so doing, a lot of people will come to know God more. People will come to connect to the song and the message. And you
Mm.
can never tell what that will turn to. So entertainment for us in Nigeria is very big on both sides. The gospel side can be further elevated by the commitment of the church.
Wow. So, have you had any live astro? Why not? Any live performance? How was the experience like?
Yeah, I had my first live performance in 2022 when I was unveiling my first album
Okay.
called The Dawn, where the album went, it became the best gospel album. We won the best gospel album award that year, 2022.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing.
And
Wow.
so
Congratulations.
we had it here in Abuja. It was a very brilliant one. So in the process of unveiling the album, I had to perform like 4 songs on stage.
Wow.
So
Any
that
collaboration?
yeah, a lot of collaborations. Not with the big names for now. I've
Okay.
got collaborations typically with people that also, if you want to refer to them, beginners like me. So I have a few songs there, a few songs out there that I've collaborated. I've collaborated with a guy called Promise Phillips.
Okay.
Collaborated with a lady called Tessie Praise.
Okay.
I've collaborated with somebody called Hope Ime.
Okay.
Collaborated with a lot of them. I've already collaborated with my choir singing.
Okay. So
So
your word of advice for those who want to go into music?
well, for those who want to go into music, especially gospel music, first of all, I just want to encourage them to say what they think they have.
Mm.
They should take the next step to put it to work.
Okay.
That is, they should move to the studio.
Yeah.
You can be the best singer in your church, being the best singer in concerts,
Mm.
but the world will not hear your message. Neither will they know you until you make a move to make it public.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I want them to move forward. Take
Wow.
the first step, get to the studio, do a single. You don't need an album.
Thank you so
Just do a
much. Thank
single.
you. That's a
Well,
good one.
before we go, I did say we would enjoy a freestyle from you.
Okay.
Oh,
So we'll use that freestyle to go on to the next segment of the program. So let's hear you
Okay.
give something to add yours.
okay. So, what's that your name again?
My name is Cynthia.
Cynthia. And your name?
Babaran.
Labaran. Okay. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, Cynthia Labaran. Thank
Thank you.
Wow. I love that. Thank you. The way it.
And to
Thank you
every
so
other
much.
person out there, whether Cynthia, Laboran, or whatever your names are, this thank you is for you also for being part
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
of this journey that
Mm.
John Moe is having. It's an amazing one. But it's time for us to go to the next segment. Now, look for John Moe, follow him on his social media, and see how you can be part of the success story that is building. We'll be right back after the short break.